Hey y'all, it's Leslie with Phat Cat Flossing, back for episode 55. And for Jan 1228, who wanted more of the kitties, I thought I would introduce you guys to Mischief. Mischief is, let me see, Mischief is a little over 3 years old. If you wonder what I'm doing with the letters, Burmans in the U.S. are named alphabetically for the year that they were born. This is the P year. Mischief here is registered as Bumblebee Mischief Maker. He was born in the M year 3 years ago. Mischief is a lilac point Burman. Lilac is one of the harder colors to get because both parents must carry not only the chocolate gene, but also the gene for dilute, which means you have to have both parents carrying a pair of recessive genes. Lilac is this soft dove gray color. And Mischief is my sweetheart. Mischief is a failure to launch kitty. Don't bite mama. He's my own personal little love bunny and rug. We call him the rug because he throws himself down in front of where you're walking, so you have no choice but to pay attention to him. Anyway, Mischief is a failure to launch kitty. His litter a couple years ago had a terrible upper respiratory infection. And I fed him, tube fed him, and then syringe fed him for weeks. And you can see his poor little ears are scarred down. Burmans normally have larger ears than what his look like, and it's because they're scarred, they're crumpled. When they have horrible URIs like that, they may fling their heads around. And in babies, the capillaries in the ears are very fragile and they pop, and when they heal, they may scar the ears down like him. But after Mischief got well enough to eat on his own, he would still crawl up and sit on my shoulder and nurse on my earlobe. So, yeah, I couldn't let him go. So, he's my big old mess boy, and he is rather large for a Burman. He's about 12 pounds. Oh, and he's a lot of kitty. A lot of hair, but there's a lot of kitty underneath there too. So, hi Caleb. Mischief says hi. And he's my sweet boy. I love him to pieces. Okay, you can go wreak havoc now. Yeah, you can go now. You can go. He just laid down on the chair next to me. But anyway, there's a little bit more about one of the kitties. That's Mischief. So, hey, how are y'all today? It's Friday, October 12th, 2018. Yeah, kitty hair. Mischief has lots of, not all Burmans are quite as furry as Mischief. Most Burmans have a single coat with a silky texture, and while Mischief's is super, super soft, he has what we call the cottony coat. It's fuller, more voluminous. Burmans have some Persian ancestry, and that's also a recessive gene, and recessive is forever, so it shows up, and so he looks poof, like a big old puffball. We also call him the cotton ball kitty. But anyway, welcome back, y'all. Thanks for coming back to watch the crazy and the catty and the stitchy and all that kind of good stuff. Nothing special this week for me, just busyness. Have a little bit to show. Sorry, cat hair on my nose. He's very, very fuzzy. I got up over 1,600 subscribers this week. Wow, y'all, wow. Thanks so much for coming back and subscribing. You guys are awesome. And in just a minute, I'll talk about the 1,500 subscriber giveaway, because I have some goodies for somebody. But I think I got a fair jump in the number of subscribers kind of all at once, and so I think somebody must have shouted me out, but I haven't had much chance to watch FlossTube this week, and I have no idea who it might have been. So if y'all know who shouted me out recently, let me know so I can say thanks to them. What else? What's going on for us? It's been lots of busy with kittens. I had another kitten go home yesterday. Her new family drove from Memphis, Tennessee, which is about 3.5, 4 hours, I guess, and to pick up Biscuit, and Biscuit went home with them. And I already had an email from them this morning describing her antics for less than 24 hours. And that's always fun. I love hearing back from families. Tomorrow, Steve and I are going to go thrifting. He's looking for a couple of goofy little, if my husband could live on the as seen on TV aisle. So he's looking for a couple of little goofy things like that. And I'm excited because I'm going to buy a bookshelf if I can find one. It has to be the right price. You know, it can be kind of ratty and I'll refinish it or whatever, but I have boxes and boxes and boxes of mostly hardback books that, you know, are still in boxes from when we moved almost 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years in a month. And I don't really have, my bookshelf in the office is taken up with all my stitchy stuff. So my books don't have any place to live. So I'm gonna go see if I can find a cheap bookcase. And we'll see what kind of other goodies we come across. So I'm really excited about that because everybody's been talking about and showing Harry Potter stuff. And I've read all the Harry Potter books and loved them. But I'm kind of jonesing to read them again, but you know, they're in boxes. So got to get those out. The babies, all the kittens are starting to leave. You know, I took one to Tulsa a couple years ago, and a couple weeks ago, and Biscuit left yesterday. I go back to Tulsa on the 25th to meet somebody else. Puffy's mom is flying in from Idaho, so I'm taking him to meet her. And then I'm flying out on November 14th for a couple of days to deliver the kitten to Seattle. And then most of the others are, you know, coming to pick up their kittens in that interim. So they're all getting ready to leave. The good news for me is I think, fingers crossed, Beanie is pregnant. So hopefully I'll have more kittens around the 1st of December. And I love babies, so I'm always excited about that. My husband won't be excited because that'll mean we have to close the windows and turn on the heater. And he's a polar bear, but kittens have to have it warm. So he's going to be disappointed. I think that's about all the news for us. I have to take a minute and say a special thank you to Teresa Pyers. Teresa had contacted me, I don't know, several weeks ago, and I make the little kitty quilts for the kittens to send one home with each one of them. And she told me that she had a bunch of quilt batting and would I be interested. And she sent me this whole box full of scraps of quilt, the Warm and Natural quilt batting, which is awesome. That's what I like to use. And it'll be great sizes because, you know, the kitty quilts aren't very big, like yay big or so. So thank you so much, Teresa. I sure do appreciate that. It was very kind of you to do that. Thanks also to the couple of folks who've contacted me about sharing a few of the Little Sheep Virtue Charts. I'm still looking for some of them. So if you would like to pass the stash on those or work out a trade or something, y'all holla, because I'd still like to find the rest of those. And I think that's all just the talky talk. Let's get to the stitchy stuff. Unroll my project roll here so I can show you my finishes. I finished, I think it was Sunday. It might have been Saturday. I don't remember. But this is Sweetest Home from, I don't remember, either Country Cottage or Little House Needleworks. I think it's Country Cottage Needleworks. I plan to frame this and put it in the kitten room because, you know, they're my little bumblebees. And I don't look too long because there is a rather glaring error on one of the flowers, but hey, whatever, it's done. I didn't notice it till I was done. I'm not ripping it out at this point. It's just personalized. Oh, pardon me, I'm so sorry. I also had another finish. I finished this one maybe Tuesday night. I don't know, something like that. This one is Happy Heart from Shepherd's Bush. And I started this one back in, I think, February and just got it finished. And y'all, it looks like a really quick, easy little pattern, but I'm telling you, it is 2 stitches of this color and 2 stitches of that color, and it took me forever. I had done most of the bigger pieces, and I had to go back and do the little stitch here, stitch there thing. I thought I was never gonna get done with it, but I love it. I'm real happy with it. I'm not sure yet what I'm gonna do with it. I got the buttons sewn on a couple of days ago. But I think it's adorable and I will be finishing it in some form or fashion at some point, I guess. So, and real quickly, since I've now ironed it and put it away, this is Wilhelmina. She was still all crumply when y'all saw her last week. Steve and I are going into Fort Smith this afternoon. We got to go to Sam's and run some errands. And so when he gets off work, we're going into Fort Smith. I'm going to Hobby Lobby because I need to get some Rit dye and some more paint so I can finish the frame and the mat for Wilhelmina. So hopefully she'll be an FFO next time we visit. I hope. and I just love my project roll, and thank you again to Teresa for providing that free tutorial on how to do those. Teresa, the Twisted Stitcher, if you just search project roll, it'll bring her up. And it's very easy to make, and I really love mine. I think I'm probably gonna make another one. What else is going on? Well, I've got my usual suspects for whips. Now, everybody has seen this one. If I'd been smart, I'd have had this done ahead of time, right? 'Tis the Season from Blackbird Designs. And y'all, this cardinal, the red is endless. It just keeps going. I had a guy here on Tuesday that was doing, it's one of those through the Oklahoma Gas and Power, who is our electricity provider. They did this thing where, you know, they'll send somebody out to your house to make sure that, you know, you have enough insulation and your weather stripping is good and all that kind of stuff. So I had a guy here for about 2 hours on Tuesday doing that evaluation, and it's free, and they'll provide, you know, no charge, improve your stuff at your house. So anyway, I'm gonna get some free light bulbs. My insulation and weather stripping were all good, but that's about it. But anyway, he was here for almost 2 hours, and I stitched on this the whole time, and I still got hours worth of red on that bird. It's just the gift that keeps giving. Yeah, keeps going. But again, I want to have it done by the 1st of December because it's a Christmas thing, and I feel confident I hopefully will be done by then. Lord help me if I'm not. Once I get done with him, then it's time to start on the white, and I'm not a big fan of that, but I'll just do a motif here and there. Hopefully I can get done with that. Whoops, forgot to put the pattern back in. If anybody wants the alternate wording for, instead of saying 'tis the season to be jolly, or the French saying, Ann Thompson at the Shepherd's Needle in Little Rock has charted Sing Praises Unto Our Savior. I think I've talked about that in a previous video. I will try to remember to put Ann's contact information in the show notes, and if anybody's interested in doing that, y'all can get in contact with her. She's happy to share that, and it's a very pretty conversion for that. Let's see. I tried the other day. This is Over the Hill #1 from SamSarah Designs. I don't know if it has another name or not. Birds and Bees, I think. Anyway, it's really cute. And I'm doing this 1/2 on, I think this is an 18 or 20 count. It's a mystery linen from my 20-year-old stash. And I got the wings, the bottom half of the bee and the bee's wings done. And I don't enjoy stitching on this one. I love the colors, I like the pattern. The problem is I have chosen to do it with Caron watercolors. And Caron watercolors is a cotton thread. It's heavy. I don't have a piece of just regular embroidery floss to hold up next to it, but it's a 3-stranded cotton thread, and the 3 strands, hold please. Even when you strand it, the 1 strand of this is roughly equivalent to 6 strands, you know, a full strand of DMC, give or take. It may even be just a little bit heavier than that. And it's a lot of work to stitch on because you can't just, you know, pull it through. And I stitch in hand and use the sewing method. And it's, you know, effort to pull the floss through. But it's very pretty floss. I like it. I will eventually get it done, but I'm taking kind of small bites of that. I'll get there sooner or later. I stitched one afternoon this week. I don't remember which day. So that got, I don't know, a couple hours maybe on it. Eventually, right? That was my first Mania start this past year, so I would like to have it done by Mania. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that nonsense again or not. Pause. One moment. We're officially in fall here. I got up this morning, and for the first time since at least March, maybe April, I'm not sure, actually put on long pants and a shirt with, you know, longer sleeves. Don't get excited, they were yoga pants. It's not like I actually dressed up. But we have, it was, I think, 53. So it's cooled down. And we've officially entered fall, or what I less than affectionately call Leslie's skin is so dry it will fall off season. But anyway, it's cooler and I like that. Oh, let me put my pattern back here with the birds and the bees. I think maybe Pam from Pam and Steph either just finished or is working on one of these same SamSarah designs, and they're very cute designs. She's not doing the same one as I am. She is doing one. And then the last thing I worked on, although not anywhere near as much as I would have liked to, was Blackberry House from Plum Street Samplers. And I still need to add the north vein on my little horse weather vane. But I did finish the letters and most of the box. And then I've got the two birds in down here. I think I just need to add their eyes. So I'm almost done with this bottom part. And then from here, I will move up, and I've got about the top third up here that I need to work on. But I love this. I would really like to get this done this year. We'll see. But love that. I'm not sure if I had it. I'm not going to rip it out now because it's almost done. But I'm not sure if I had it to do over again. I might leave this box off and just have the stuff down here at the bottom without it being boxed in. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to rip it out now, but if I were going to do it again, I might change that. And I thought the little birds holding the berry were real cute. So that was some progress on that one. And that's everything I've worked on this week. But I did have 2 finishes. I didn't get anything FFO'd, but I did have the 2 finishes, and then I worked on the 3 other whips. And I might have worked on something else, but you know me, I don't remember. Tomorrow I am planning, knock on wood, to have a new start because I'm going to do Anatomy of a Pew Pew from Unconventional Xstitch on Etsy for my father-in-law for Christmas, so I need to get that started. And I spent most of this morning, I had not put away any of the supplies from like the last 4 or 5 things that I've stitched. So I spent this morning, you know, putting all the DMC and GAST and Victorian Motto and all that kind of crap back where it belonged. And then started pulling my stuff to start Anatomy of a Pew Pew. And this is 28 count Sage Jobelin. And this is what I'm going to do it on. I think it's a manly khaki color, so hopefully that will be okay for Dad. And then several, I don't know, probably months ago now, I showed that I had bought several of the, they're called Artiste metallics, and these were Hobby Lobby, and I think it's a Hobby Lobby brand basically. But I had bought blue and silver and red and so on to do this in. And I have put them somewhere safe. Well, as of right now, they are quite safe from me. I have no earthly idea. I've looked everywhere that I can think of in my stash of stuff, and I can't find them. So tomorrow I'll do some more digging around on that. But if not, I'll have to go back and buy those again, doggone it. And I don't want to. I don't even know if I like them or not. But I do plan to start Anatomy of a Pew Pew this weekend so I can have it done for Dad's Christmas. I'm really aggravated at myself that I can't find those threads because I know they've got to be here somewhere. I distinctly remember buying them. Who knows? I have a little bit of haul. I had 2 patterns that came from JulieGulfCoastStitches.com. The last 2 of the Plum Street animals, Henpeck and Cowpile. And I have the other three, the whatever it is, Sheep Heap, Snort Stack, and Goat Load, I think. And I plan to do them all on one piece. I don't know how I'll arrange them yet, but I'm thinking I'll do a long piece with them strung out this way. I don't have any cross stitch hanging in my kitchen, and I think they might need to go there. So that's my plan for them, you know, someday in the someday Sal. I'll get there sooner or later. And then I had placed an order a while back. What's the matter, sweetheart? You talking beans? I placed an order a while back. Hand dyed by Rolanda, who is in Canada. She has an Etsy shop. And Jen Upton from, I think her channel name is just her name. I don't remember for sure. Anyway, she's gotten several things from Rolanda and was singing her praises, and I thought, well, I'm going to try those. And her prices, y'all, are really, really reasonable. So these are all 36 count. I think they're Lugana. Let's see if I can get something to put behind there. Really pretty fabric. And that's fairly true. This may have a little bit more of a pink tone than what is showing up on there, but really, really pretty modeling. And I think this piece is 17 by 21, and I think it was maybe $17, something like that. I don't remember exactly, but her prices are extremely reasonable. This is also a 36 count. This one is 16.5 by 18.5. Isn't that a pretty pink? I don't know what's gonna go on there, but good, I saw it and I love pink. That's my favorite color, and it had to come live with me. I think that's just begging for a Valentine thing of some sort. And then the last one I got, and this one is 17.5 by 18. Look at that luscious purple. Isn't that pretty? And it's maybe not quite as bright as it's showing up there, but it's really pretty. And I have seen several people stitch, and I haven't found the pattern yet, but it's a Quaker pumpkin. That's what I want to put on there. And because I'm not, in general, a huge fan of orange, not one of my favorite colors, but I mean, a pumpkin's a pumpkin is a pumpkin, and it's got to be orange. So I ordered several of Rolanda's threads also, including 3 in orange tones. And they are very, very pretty. Nice variegation in all of them. So one of these will be my pumpkin. I leaned towards probably this one. The green will probably be my pumpkin vine on that purple. And I think that will be really pretty. Now all I gotta do is find the pattern and find time to stitch it. But you know, we're all gonna live forever, right? I'm gonna have to get any of my crap done. I am nowhere close. So anyway, this is, again, supposedly 36 count Lugana. I haven't tried to stitch on any of it yet. I think that it probably shrank a little bit during the dyeing process. Just looking at it, it looks a little bit more like a 40 count to me. So the next piece I order may be a 32 count, and we'll see how that looks. Because, I mean,